Hello everyone, my name is CHEN JINGYI. My metric number is A197572. The topic of my speech today is social networking websites cause more harm than good. Part of our daily lives, we constantly share our lives and keep up with our friends. But many times we don't realize that it is slowly eroding our self confidence and affecting our related relationships. If we can see the potential programs of these platforms, we can use them more wisely and protect our mental health. This is very important topic because it affects how we see ourselves, how we interact with the world, and even our emotions and the decisions every day. First, let's imagine that a young woman excited takes a picture of her carefully prepared lunch and uploads it to Instagram. She expected recognition and connection, only to inundated with likes and comments, which left her feeling anxious and inadequate. Why? Because as she browses our people's carefully curated posts showcasing exotic vacations and perfect moments, she can't help but compare and question the value of her own ordinary life. This is not just a fictional scenario. It's also a reality that millions of us encounter every day, with social networking websites sometimes casting a shadow over our otherwise satisfying life. The central idea of today's speech is social networking websites can do more harm than good, leading to addiction and wasted time, weakening communication skills, and leading to an increase in cyberbullying, all to the detriment of both individuals and the society. As I look at my life, social networking has seamlessly integrated into the core of our daily lives. We share the minutiae of our daily lives and keep up with the latest developments in our friends' lives. But often without realizing it, it begins to erode our confidence and the quality of our social relationships. By truly understanding the hidden downside of these platforms, we can make smarter choices about how we spend our time on these platforms and protect our mental health. As a second year business administration student at UKM, I have my own story to tell. Besides learning from the textbooks, I find myself spending more hours comparing my accomplishments to those of my online friends and feeling a sense of inadequacy. When their posts seemed more attractive, I witnessed friends get into heated fights over misinterpreted comments on social media, ruining real life friendships through my cousins and these real life encounters. I've gained insight into how social media can profoundly affect our mental health and social interactions. So I began to understand why these platforms sometimes do more harm than good. Social networking websites are more harmful than beneficial by addressing three key issues. The first one is addiction and the time wastage. The second one is decline in communication skills, and the third one is the increase in cyberbullying. The networking websites lead to addiction and time wastage. We have two subpoints. The first one is prevalence of addiction. Social networking websites are designed to be addictive. They have features like endless scrolling and notification that can keep user engaged for hours. According to a 2023 study by the Pew Research Center, nearly 40% of adults report spending more than 3 hours per day on social media. This excessive usage of comes at the expense of their real-world activities and their responsibilities. The second is impact on productivity. In excessive social media use has been shown to have a negative impact on productivity. A report from the American Psychological Association reveals that employees who frequently check social media at work undergo a 25% decrease in productivity in contrast to their peers who limited their use. This distraction can result in poor performance and lower job satisfaction. Moving on, social networks also diminish face to face interactions, leading to a decline in communication skills. Also, we have three subpoints. The first one is decrease in face to face interactions. The rise of social networking websites has led to a significant reduction in frequency of face to face interactions. A study by the University of Michigan in 2022 discovered that people who overuse social media are about 30% less inclined to have meaningful in person conversations, which causes a decline in the quality of personal relationships. The second is impaired communication skills. Research from the Harvard Business Review shows that employees who predominantly communicate via email or social media experience lower scores in verbal communication and public speaking, as they miss out on nuanced real-time exchanges. The third one is reduction in empathy. A study by the University of California found that participants who frequently used social media scores lower on empathy test compared to those who engaged in face-to-face interactions, suggesting that online communication lacks the emotional depth of direction conversation. Finally, there is also a disturbing increase in cyberbullying and online harassment on these platforms. The first subpoint is prevalence of cyberbullying. Cyberbullying has become a widespread issue on social networking websites, with a 2022 report from the Pew Research Center revealing with that about 37% of teenagers have encountered cyberbullying. Social media platforms are identified as the primary mediums through which these incidents occur. The second subpoint is impact on victims' mental health. Victims of cyberbullying frequently experiences severe mental health consequences. A 2022 study published in the Journal of Adolescent Health found that those targeted by online harassment are at a significantly higher risk of developing anxiety, depression, highlighting the profound psychological damage caused by such harassment. The third point is challenging challenges in reporting and addressing. A 2023 survey by the Anti-Damnation League found that nearly 60 of victims do not report their experiences due to fear of retaliation or disbelief from authorities, with complicated efforts to address and reduce harassment effectively. I've learned how social networking websites can be addictive, waste time, weaken our ability to communicate, and facilitate cyberbullying. We can see that the harm cost by these platforms far outweighs the benefits. Finally, I want to call on everyone to take action. The first one is sign a petition. Visit change organization and search for petition related to cyberbullying. And the second one is take a course. Enroll in an online course like cybersecurity awareness or online safety. Protect yourself and your data on academic to learn how to stay safe online. The third one is use safe messaging apps. Download WhatsApp or WeChat from your Apple Store and enable end-to-end chat encryption to ensure your conversations are private. Is joining a fitness class, sign up for a swim class at Bungie Sports Complex or look for a local fitness class on platforms like ClassPass to engage in healthy offline activities. The last one is update private settings. And I hope everyone will think about how these programs not only affect ourselves, but also the people around us. Therefore, we should re examine our relationship with social networks and find healthier and more meaningful ways to communicate. Okay, my speech is over. Thank you, everyone.